So you want to make money with your woodworking. In this video, I am going to give you 5 of my best tips for making money and creating the life that you want to live doing what you love. And I am fully confident that if you take these steps and start applying them to your journey with whatever you're doing, that you are going to see success. So let's jump into it. Number 5 on the list is establish your name or brand. And it is so crazy the people that begins woodworking that does not get their own brand name or business name. You realize that's just like showing up without any credibility whatsoever. If you do not take yourself seriously, no one else will either. So I highly recommend you guys sit down and get a brand name for yourself that really communicates what you are doing. The last thing that you want to do is to confuse your customer. Now let me show you this. Which one of these names feels more attractive and communicates better? Let's say hypothetically there is a random guy named Steve and he makes custom furniture. And people start seeing this furniture, but he's just a random guy. But what if his name, he changed it, he said, let me think of my brand name. Let's go with Steve's Woodworking. Ah, do you see what happened there? Customers see that, oh, Steve's Woodworking. Okay, I see that now. And it completes the picture. They're not confused anymore. Do you see that? Steve's just a random guy. One thing I do want to add here, you don't always have to put your name in the mix of what you're doing. You can use another brand name. Let's just say, for instance, Tall Oak Farms Woodworking or something like that. You guys get the picture? That's random, but you guys can still see what I'm getting at. The name communicates. Do not confuse your customer. Number 4 is to make sure that your product fulfills a need. This is so important. So if I were to ask you, what need does your product fill? Let's say that you make chairs. That fills a need, right? You have to sit down. So what stops a customer from going to the furniture store to buy a chair instead of going directly to you? And it is this, and I hope you catch this. It is the client's need. This is often more emotional based than it is physical. The chair's purpose is to be sat in, but the need of the client is different. So instead of a boring chair, what if the client is looking for a small, white, rustic chair with a pink butterfly on the back of it to go in the guest room of the house for decoration? Do you see what I'm saying? The purpose is to be sat in, but the needs of the client are different. Your uniqueness is what they are looking for. Own that thing. No one can do it like you, baby. In fact, let me introduce you to my friend Dave and show you what he's working on and how he is using his creativity.
Hey Matt, I've been working on these custom planters now, and I will say that ever since I posted the first one on Facebook, I can't believe how many orders we have. A lot of people really enjoy that we can customize their planters with whatever they want to say. They really find a lot of value in having that handmade product versus something you find at your typical furniture store. But thanks for talking. I'll talk to you soon.
Good to see you again, Dave. That was awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And number 3 on the list is split between local and online opportunities. You guys have so much opportunity waiting for you in your own backyard. I remember getting a call from an artist friend of mine who said, Matt, I want you to come to the art show this year and bring all your products. I won't lie, I was a little nervous and excited at the same time, but that opened up a whole new world of possibilities for me. And you know what? The connections that I made was more important than the money that I made, because the connections made me more money in the long run from all of the people that I met. The source that quoted this escapes me, but they said this: resources flow through other people. And that is so true. It usually requires the help of another person to help us to get where we need to go. Don't go at it alone. So look to see if your town has any type of art shows, weekend events, farmers markets, or anything of those sorts where you can go set up a booth and start selling something and making connections with people. If your town is small and doesn't have a lot of opportunity in it, seek out other opportunity in the cities and towns besides you. I have a lot of friends that go out and they are well known in all the region for their artwork, so there is nothing wrong with doing that. A little effort will take you a long way. And the next step is to go online. This does not have to be a scary thing. There is an unlimited amount of customers online, and you have no idea how many people that you are going to inspire with your products or the buyers, customers, and clients that you are going to meet online. And the way that people find what you do is through social media. So I encourage you to get on all the different types of social media and see which one you like best. I recommend Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, if you're like me, and other ones like that. This is as simple as logging into Facebook, creating a new business-like page, putting in your business page name like we talked about in step 1, and there you go. You just created your own page. And the next step is to post pictures. All right, this is simple as it is. That is the bare bones of what you need to do. One of my favorite social sites to use is Instagram. I've made a lot of sales over there and a lot of cool friends. I want you guys to have confidence in this because as you begin spending time on social media, you'll pick things up. It's baby steps. You'll start learning about the hashtags on Instagram and all the just stuff that social media has. That will work itself out over time. I promise you, you have no idea what's on the other side of your yes. And here is a bonus tip for you. Take pictures of your products early in the morning or right before dark, which is known as the golden hour. The lighting is really nice at these times and your work will look great. And if you are indoors, go to a big window in your house that allows a lot of natural light to come through and take the pictures of your products there. Remember, good photos sell products. A lot of people only post pictures of their finished products. Don't do that. Show progress pictures, show the beginning, show the middle, show the end, then show the finished product. People love seeing your process and seeing you work on that, whether it's pictures or if it's video. You can take your phone and put up here and take a simple video. People love the process, and when they see that, people get connected to that and they get emotionally involved in what you are doing, and that creates trust. And number 2, this almost made it to number 1, learn to price. And this topic is something that every artist has probably struggled with, including myself. There are different ways to price your products, but I am going to give you the 2 most basic that I use. That is pricing based on the value that your product brings or the price per hour what you have into making that product. Depending on how unique a product is will determine its value because you really have nothing else to measure it by. So if you are creating a product that no one else has, obviously your value is going to go up because there's nothing else competing with it. If you're working on a lot of projects of the same kind, I recommend switching to the hourly rate. That way you can keep your time tracked. The value-based system does play a role in the hourly-based system, but you have to look and see which method works best for you. I know a lot of you want me to tell you what I think your product is worth, and I have to tell you, that is your journey. That is up to you to decide. Now, if you need help deciding and see better guidelines to kind of follow to see where your pricing needs to be, I recommend going online, find a business or a company or an individual who is doing what you're doing and look at their page and look at their pricing and see what they are doing. I'm not telling you to copy them. I'm just saying look at it and get a better understanding of where you need to be financially. The last thing that I will leave you with in this section is this. If you are just starting out and you don't have a lot of experience, it's not fair to the customer if you are charging them per hour on a project when you are still developing your basic woodworking skills. So if you have something that took you, let's say roughly 10 hours to make, that's usually a low-cost item, why would the customer go buy yours for it? You see what I'm saying? They're going to feel cheated in this if it's a low-cost item that they can get elsewhere. I heard a very smart businessman who is a multi-millionaire say this: when you are just starting out, you are going to have to give away your gift for free until it gets developed. I'm not telling you to give away every single thing that you do, but I am telling you to look at the principle here. Look at the silver lining. You will have to adjust your prices appropriately depending on where you are at, because it's not fair for someone to pay for basic skill development. Let me ask you a question. Did someone pay you to go to school growing up? No? Okay, well, it's the same thing here. Why should someone pay you for hours and hours of skill development in your craft? Your value comes after you put time in it. There is sacrifice involved. And I've personally done this. I've given away products for free. I have sold them next to nothing and made very little. But do you know what happened? When I started, my name started getting bigger and my business started growing. So keep this in mind moving forward. Don't worry about small beginnings. We all have to start somewhere. In fact, if you do this, it's going to set you up for greater success later in life. And number one, which is the most important, make the decision to start. Everything that I have shared with you in this video is completely worthless unless you take action and do something with it, because new actions will produce new results. If you want something in your life to change, you're going to have to take a new action and do something completely out of the box what you normally wouldn't do. I know it's not always fun getting online, sharing your work, and getting criticized. Heck, I get criticized daily. I don't care. I got over myself a long time ago. There's a quote that someone said, and I'll put the source here, that once you accept your insecurities, no one can use them against you. And I absolutely love that. So I got over myself a long time ago, and I'm still learning to do that. I want to tell you something so simple but yet profound. You are going to use the same amount of time as you do sitting on your couch watching your favorite TV show as you do out there working on your dreams and goals and creating the life you want. It's the same amount of time. You just get to choose your energy. Which one do you want to do? And you have no idea that the product that you have inside of you that you're supposed to create, how it could enrich someone else's life, because no one does it like you can. You hear me? No one else can do it like you can. You have something that no one else has. You are making the world a better place. That is a level of fulfillment that no job will ever give you, is that when you make something with your hands and you enrich someone else's life with it. That's what it's all about. Which one of these tips were your favorite? Leave it in the comments below, and also if you have a tip of your own, feel free to share it. I know a lot of people would like to read it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Hope this helped. See you guys later.